Morning, Phil. How are you this morning, Mr. Lowe?
There was little fanfare as outgoing Reserve Bank Governor Philip Lowe made his way to his final board meeting.
Thank you. You have a good day.
His last decision? Keeping the cash rate steady at 4.1%.
I wasn't surprised at all to see the Reserve Bank holding rates unchanged at the September meeting.
Under the 78 meetings presided over by Mr. Lowe, the interest rate was kept on hold more times than it moved. From his first meeting in October 2016, the cash rate was kept unchanged for 2.5 years, the longest in the bank's history. After several cuts in late 2019, the cash rate was slashed to a record low during COVID, before the board made 12 rate hikes, adding 4% to the cash rate in just 13 months, the fastest hiking cycle in history, where it's now stayed since June.
Mistakes were made, and I'd say with the benefit of hindsight that we kept interest rates too high ahead of COVID, and then as we were coming out of COVID we kept them too low for too long. Having said that, there's a reasonable chance that what the Reserve Bank has done most recently will have been the right.
Despite the cash rate staying on hold for the last 3 meetings, many borrowers are feeling the pain. Like Hannah Irawan, who's picked up extra shifts as a musician, teacher and administrative worker to cover the additional hundreds of dollars a week her family now needs to pay down their mortgage.
Once those interest rates started flowing through around that Christmas, New Year's time, that since then we've just been under the pump this whole year. Yeah, it's been quite stressful at times to be thinking ahead and planning all the time.
While inflation remains well above the RBA's target, there are signs the economy is slowing, so most economists aren't forecasting another rate hike.
We do think that we are at the top end of the rate hiking cycle and that the next move will be down.
But that doesn't mean the cash rate will be cut just yet.
I certainly do not see a rate cut anytime soon. Some good forecasters are starting to see that as early as the opening months of 2024. Unless China turns pretty bad, I wouldn't see any rate cuts in Australia for more than a year.
Philip Lowe's final official engagement is later this week, a favoured speech to the Annika Foundation, before Michelle Bullock takes over to chair her first RBA board meeting in October. Hannah hopes the board under Ms Bullock's leadership will not hike the rate again.
To give us that little bit of pause to be able to reflect and just be able to calculate where we are sitting. I think when the pressure is on, you just feel straight away that stress of, oh, we've got to change really quickly, whereas just giving us a little bit of a breather would be really helpful, I think.
A breath of relief amid the soaring cost of living.